well as some other turn-based and strategy card games. Basically every digital card game that's launched that isn't NFT related, I have played at some point over the course of the last few years. This puts 4 cards in my hand and then another one. I think they'll buff Gladiator. I wouldn't be surprised if Gladiator gets an 8th point of power at some point, but I don't think he'll get a redesign. I think Gladiator's design is quite good. I also wouldn't be surprised if Gladiator was just fine as is. So the problem with Gladiator, in my opinion, is that he's what I would refer to as a replacement level card. He is a card where the absolute best thing that he does, he's still only marginally better than the other things that are slightly less optimal. So I just don't think there's a big incentive to get Gladiator if you're not a whale, because you could, like this deck, for example, right? You could easily sub Gladiator in this deck for Polaris and still play this deck at an incredibly high efficiency level. Like, the deck is not markedly worse or different with just a slightly different 3-drop. Were there any prominent NFT-based card games? There were not any prominent ones, but there were a lot of card games in the space using them that were paying people to try and show them. Our Gladiator's a giver, chat. He's always helping people out. Oh, it's unfortunate that Dakin ended up in a location that I can't really Shadow King, huh? If I do this, and then next turn we Shadow King and Hawk and Silver Surfer. Shadow King doesn't impact ongoing cards, so we're hoping they don't play Apocalypse middle. Apocalypse left is ideal for us because Shadow King gets them there. Yeah, perfect. Good to go. You into you into you. I get to play for all 3 solidly here. They're at 15. I'm gonna be at 10, 11. I'm going to exactly 15 here in the middle, and then they're losing a bunch over here.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
Time middle and we'll win the other 2. A viewer had sent this deck in yesterday, or I linked it in the Discord server. Felt pretty solid in Conquest. Feeling all right on the ladder so far today. This was even a game where Gladiator was mediocre, right? Like, Gladiator pulled their Wolverine this game, gave them 4 points of power for free. Werewolf by Night, a little bit above average for a 3-drop. $400 snap points. Slow and steady. We're about halfway into the season now, right? Almost through the second week. I think Gladiator is legitimately good / potentially optimal inside of decks like this one. But again, I also think that, like, if you took Gladiator and replaced him with Polaris in this deck, the deck's still very good. So, like, or very similar. So, like, you're like, oh, Jeff, I want to play this deck. Would you recommend buying Gladiator? I'd be like, nah, just play Polaris. Now, you need Werewolf by Night for this deck, and Nico Minaru is also pretty good / important. So I wouldn't say you could play this deck without those. Sticky. Probably just another Sandman gamer if I had to venture a guess. Purchasing Gladiator after Echo God. I mean, if I'm being honest, I think I would say Echo is a better pickup than Gladiator. Echo's effect is more unique and harder to replace. Like, no joke. I think I just only play Wolf here, and then we'll play these two next turn. Yeah, we're also in a metagame where, like, Echo has a lot of good targets, right? Yeah. I don't think I can snap them and get them to stay here, but maybe they limp because their Sunspot is big. This is one of those spots where, like, if I was playing Conquest, I would snap them to make them pay extra cubes to see my tech card, but because we're playing on the ladder, I just want the most cubes possible, and their hand is weak enough that they're likely never staying for 4, but they might be like, yeah, I'll chase the rabbit for 1 more cube, and they'll pay me out. This is what we refer to as a boomer snap if we were on the other side of this board and our opponent snapped us. Because it's a snap that, like, makes your retreat decision really easy, so it's a bad snap. But I might let them limp into the pot and get an extra cube out of them by not snapping the button. Yeah, they're leaving anyways.
Victory.
It's like, if I press this because we're in such a strong spot, it's like the retreat is just, like, instantaneous. They think on it just because their position over here looks so good. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if the reason why they ended up leaving there was because we're likely a Surfer deck, and it looks like, which means we could be killmongering them. Hey, that's a good retreat by the opponent for sure. Not only did our Shadow King get them, but Killmonger's a common Surfer tech card. We'll play this out to give ourselves flexibility to turn the TVA off or on, depending on what the game looks like. Only boomer snap if you're way ahead to have a quest, exactly. Wolf Bounce been OP for me, was 11-0 on the climb, was afraid to play it, but just kept winning. Yeah, deck's really good. Ah, that's actually like our best possible spell here for her to hit too, right?
Victory.
Solid 4-turn game for the deck. Glad Gladiator didn't fuck it up. Gladiator? Ruined my game of Marvel Snap? Woody was playing Loki earlier. When we queued into them. Looks like that's still the case. By the way, gamers, you see they have TTV in their name. They are someone who streams a lot of great Marvel Snap content here at a high level. I'm gonna bounce here when they snap their Quinjet, likely meaning they have a Loki. Aunt May's is also not great for us into Fist Tower. This is bad for our Spider-Man as well on our Wolf, so I'm gonna leave. But they're a good follow if you're looking for some other good Marvel Snap content here on the Twitch platform. Think Gladiator would be better or worse as a 2/6? Probably better. I really can't emphasize enough that I don't think Gladiator is a bad card. Like, Gladiator is just, it's very similar to, Gladiator is very similar to Mirage, where like he's a very good playable card, but he's also a card that, due to how Marvel Snap's economy works, I'd never recommend you spend your resources to get him.
Oh, snap.
Like as far as like as a game piece goes, he's reasonable. It's just not good enough. Why is there almost no Mobius in the game? The one energy nerf didn't seem like it would change his presence on the metagame pre-nerf. Well, if you actually are informed and know what the metagame pre-nerf looked like, you would know that before they nerfed Mobius, he already wasn't really being played. So you're right, the one energy nerf didn't really change his metagame. Also, it's also important to understand that the Mobius change wasn't just the only thing that happened to Mobius. The primary card that Mobius was interacting with in the metagame that was hurting people was the old Wave design, with Wave no longer being a lockout prison card. Mobius has a less important function.
Opponent snapped.
I'm gonna stay.
Face the might of Asgard. Mjolnir.
Oh, that's sad. I only get one draw at my hammer now. Well, Snow Guard to turn off the Strange Academy here. And then I'm just gonna play the Shadow King center for, actually, I'm gonna do, I guess it doesn't really matter. I need to win the Nexus. didn't get my hammer. So they She-Hulk up to 22, and then their absolute next best case card is Spider-Woman, which is worth 30 and then puts us down 3 to 11. I go to 21, I go to 29. We lose to Spider-Woman. That's so sad. If we found the hammer, we would have gotten there. I could Spider-Man them. That's an interesting gamble. Because it's close. Alright, these are content cubes. This might be a bad though. They didn't have Spider-Woman. Yikes. Oh wait, if we don't grab Titania, she jumps to our side. Woohoo! Woo! Oh man. Talk about some content cubes. Talk about some content cubes.
Victory.
Holy. That'll do, pig. That'll do. I'd like the record to reflect that we won the Gladiator game where he pulled Chavez. Just so we can be abundantly clear here. I guess I'm gonna start taking notes on this deck for maybe posting a highlight. I wasn't taking notes because I have a lot of highlight material kind of in the backlog already, but that game's too good not to make it onto a YouTube channel somewhere. I want to get him to a gold border today too, ideally. We slowly turn around on Gladiator. I mean, I've never been low on Gladiator token. Again, for if you're just coming in, Gladiator is a very playable Marvel Snap card. It's also just never one I would recommend you spend your tokens on. If you want to play this deck and you don't have Gladiator, replace him with Polaris and don't think twice about it. Is he better than Polaris in this deck? I think so, probably. But he's also so marginally better than Polaris, it's like not a thing in most games. Best new cards in terms of power level. Like, what range are we picking new cards from, and what do you mean in terms of power level? Do you mean, like, in terms of, like, perfect power level or strongest? Articulate what you mean for me. I probably just turned 6 the Gladiator with the Valley of the Hand.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Their deck probably doesn't have many things that Gladiator can't kill, though, right? I guess it'd be annoying if they went over there. I don't know that I really want to Maximus, a likely Hitmonkey deck, though. He could hit Sarah. Yeah, but it's turn 5, right? So, like, if it hits Sarah, it's, like, not a big deal at this point. Oh, I just gave the Sarah deck 2 more cards. Rip. Ah, technically 1 more card. Yeah, Queenie. I think Gladiator. I think the only thing that was a miss on Gladiator is he probably should have been Series 4. Although, honestly, I don't even know if that changes anything, because I think even at Series 4, I probably wouldn't recommend people spend tokens on him. I think we're probably good to go here, because the Gladiator's going to put 22 in the center, and a lot of the things that make them power are like Hitmonkey, and Cosmo stops that. Honestly, opponent punted here, right? You're never supposed to play Hitmonkey into Asteroid M, because he's gonna end up in Asteroid M anyways, and if I had Cosmo, my Cosmo is getting pulled to Asteroid M. It's just a mistake on their part. Hey, what's going on, Duffy? Yeah, drops are going on. So usually fire up for a Saturday stream when drops are going on. Got a big ol' raid from Harry. Go for a little while today. I like to wait a touch on him, just because you're more likely to hit more expensive cards. That, however, gives us a big reason not to wait. Play both of these in the center, and then we even have a Cosmo to follow this up to make sure we can't get Shang-Chi or whatever out of it later. On a snap, not only did we pork their null, but they likely can't get up to 3 Hulks here in their destroy deck. Them getting to get rid of that is pretty good for them. That being said, I probably don't have to worry about... what's it called now, which is nice? Oh, likely a Galactus Gamer is a good call out, yeah. I guess we could be in danger of getting Shang-Chi now?
Neighborhood Spider-Man here.
I think we just do this, right? So I have a chance to play, or a chance to draw Surfer next turn still. I need to play hard for the right, not only to duck a Galactus here, but also because we should assume they're potentially Shang-Chi in the middle, so I'm not in a lock there. The good news is their null is dead, so I don't have to play around that. Does this ever win the game? Gladiator could get us. They're just gone. God bless.
Victory.
Yeah, Null's dead, and they have nowhere to collect us. Ooh. We're playing this deck until we get 7 more Gladiator boosters at least. Maybe a little longer than that, but at least until we get Gladiator boosters. Oh, I missed 2 points of the wolf. Yeah, I could have gone wolf, hammer, gladiator. Good shout. Doggo. Honestly, potentially snappable. But sure to right. It's got a little skull logo on the front, and it's got a full piece. I think Into the AM just sent me these. It's some type of Halloween getup type thing here. Halloween into fall. It's a solid shirt. You haven't checked them out before? Into the AM does a bunch of sweet custom graphical designs. They're actually having a Black Friday sale for the next little bit here too. So if you want to check their stuff out at a bit of a discount, it's a great time to do that. That's a Canadian skeleton if I've ever seen one. I need to try and keep them off the rift. Oh, God. Spider Ham is so good, gamers. Holy. Low-key hoping to draw a rock so I can fill the raft. I think I want to leave myself the flexibility to jump the dog into here next turn, so I'm going to play Gladiator on the right. This also turns their Nebula off. Be dead. Feeling kind of dead. This never wins the game, right? So, definitely a fat L for Gladiator column. Polaris would have been much better there, obviously. Yeah, almost assuredly a Miss Marvel deck.
Escape.
I think the Darkhawk Miss Marvel deck is solid. Yeah, I called that out as one of the top performing / best decks in my breakdown recently. If you want to see the other 12 decks that I think are great choices in Marvel Snap right now, this YouTube video is gonna quick roundup for you. You never seen one of my deck roundups on the YouTube side before? I don't waste any of your time. I cover 13 decks in 13 minutes. For decks that you're probably familiar with as an experienced Marvel Snap player, i.e. Shuri, I spend the appropriate 25 seconds saying, hey, this is Shuri, this is what's different / teched in it this week. And then for decks that need a little bit more discussion, we give a little bit more discussion. Well, this is definitely a tempo Shadow King. We'll save Nico for later, I think. Honestly, do I snap them here? I think I might snap them here. The Noir Dimension is so good for our werewolf. They think they got us, chat. Oh wait, it's turning into a demon. Never mind. Electra Gamer. The Noir Dimension, I would wager, is actually probably pretty bad for an Electra Gamer, right? Because they're probably a deck that fills the board anyways. Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Kitty Pryde, Pablo. I was actually looking at Kitty Pryde deck lists last night while I was waiting for my takeout order to get filled. We might play some Kitty Pryde today. I was thinking I love her. I love her as a card, and I haven't played with it in a little bit. The fact that the Noir Dimension Jin says never before seen every time you play it is a little annoying. Can I punt the center is a question. Jin copy Surfer. The problem with copying Surfer is I'm not really pumping anything with the first Surfer, so it's kind of just a spew, right? I know they probably have enough, so I might just... I was gonna do this. Sorry, I'm not really, I'm missing chat for a minute, because I just, like, I have a lot of choices here, and I'm not really sure what I want to do. You can see a Collector Astrovision for Kitty, possibly. Oh, man. Playing around Spider-Ham would have been a good reason to, copy the Surfer. Sedge. Opponent is cooking. Silver Samurai in their deck, too? I don't know what they're doing. They could just be booster farming. Yeah, maybe. I was gonna say the opponent's going to have drawn every card in their deck, but Gladiator gets to murder the last one here, hopefully. Okay, there's one card in it right now. Just hope it's not Chavez, yeah. Oh! Rip. Rip. I think it's just this, right? Because if they move their dog, I win. And if they don't move their dog, I win. This gives me the most points in the middle, and it leaves my big dog over here. This is the line. I don't know if it's good enough. This is what we're doing. Assume they're filling their board? They have Infinite in their deck? Excuse me?
Face the might of Asgard.
They must just be super big. I like the record to reflect that they won the Infinite lane, but their 6-drop was smaller than my werewolf. Man, Door Dimension really supercharges that card, chat. You know what else supercharges cards? These adverts supercharge my credit card. Thanks for sitting through them. We'll see you in 120 seconds with some more gameplay. Don't go anywhere. Werewolf by Night is quite the Marvel Snap card. Smooth. That's true. The only thing smoother than that segue, chat, is the shave that you'll get from checking out our Manscaped sponsor. They're doing everybody's doing Black Friday sales right now. So my normal code was 20% off. There's extra 5%er on their site-wide right now, 25%. I know my way around an ad or two. Oh, I need 7 more Gladiator boosters still, chat. 7, we need 7 more. I had to Google who makes segues to make that joke, but it was worth it. Mallyvac, thank you for the 2.5 years. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Black Friday mean nothing to these companies more. It was the holy day of consumerism. I actually really like that Black Friday has been extended from one singular day where everybody does everything and it's just this weird frenzy to being an entire week. I think it's much better for everybody that way. It was the natural extension too, right? Like, once Black Friday started creeping into starting on actual Thanksgiving Day, it was just like, all right, let's just like do a week now. Yes, I do not miss the days of people trampling over each other to get TVs for half off. Whoa! Well, always paid. I can't remember the last time I queued into someone who's sub 5,000. For reference, when you don't see a rank on your opponent, it means they're sub 5,000. Not that that means anything. Card games are high variance. Anybody can win any game. Just interesting that the matchmaking spread went that wide for this one. Punish for playing Stogard early. Hopefully we draw Nico or Spider Ham here.
Wind, aid my hand.
This Twitch stream is pre-recorded, etc., etc. Oh, you were playing Strong Guy with that last deck. Okay, that makes sense. I understand. I think I'm doing this, and then we're Hawk plus Shadow King on 5, since we don't have a hammer to fish up anyways. we're not locked out of the flooding. Honestly, I should probably snap them here. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Pork the prison, baby. Pork the prison, press the button. Tempo Shadow King here. Trigger the wolf. Hey, Corrosion. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, that's the biggest reason I'm gonna keep dual streaming on YouTube, is the YouTube stream is a good advertisement for the regulars to let them know I'm on Twitch. Anytime I'm live on Twitch, we're also live on YouTube now, and vice versa. You don't want to save Shadow King for Jessica Jones. No, my turn 6 is maximum, or 2-3 drops every time. I'd much rather just like use my energy and pump the wolf. This is a 5. So like if I save Shadow King for here later, I'm like getting 4 more, but I'm giving up 2. So I'm really only gaining 2, right? I'd much rather just like get my stats on the board spread out. Gladiator boosters. Ah, my 339th Spider-Man booster. That's what I wanted for Christmas. Now that I'm also subscribed to the second YouTube channel, I get that heads up as well, yeah. Yeah, the secondary YouTube channel, by the way, if you're one of my regulars and you're not subscribed to the Jeff Hoagland channel on YouTube, not only am I live streaming there, dual streaming, but I'm also posting deck highlights there. So something you may or may not have heard me complain about on the YouTube side in the past is that if you post too much content to a singular YouTube channel, the algorithm kind of penalizes you. So I'm posting additional deck highlights that are more full length on the secondary channel. So if you're someone that wants to see like some losses occasionally, as well as hour long highlights of some of the better decks I've played on stream, make sure you're subscribed over there as well. We play enough sweet and interesting things on stream every day that like I can't get highlights for them at only one video a day on the main channel.
The might of Asgard.
If we win the priority coin flip here, I'm gonna Cosmo the middle, I think. We did not win the priority coin flip. Sedge. Am I passing here? I don't think so. Is there a reason not to split your cards with infinity? Nah, you just press the button. Sure, once you're already there, might as well. Alright, Gladiator, don't do me dirty. Yikes! Alright, it's fine. We're gonna draw Shadow King, and everything's gonna be alright. Oh, do you think that's a bug? He didn't swear, chat. Do you think he's supposed to swear when that happens? I feel like he's supposed to swear. There goes Spider-Man into Nico. Nico's gonna blow up the next thing I play, but the next thing I play can be Snow Guard, so that's fine. Thanks for the quarter of a year, Senpai. Appreciate it. Wow. Rip. Alright, I think we're dead, gamers. Report. My Gladiator didn't swear. Big bug, please fix. Alright, I think our shot to win this game is they play Deadpool, Venom Center, and then maybe Cosmo gets them. They have almost their whole deck in their hands, so this Cosmo might be a banger. Oh, I don't think I can stay for 2 more. I think there's a chance this Cosmo is good enough. It's like we don't have to like auto retreat, but I don't think there's a high enough chance that it's good enough that we can stay if they raise the stakes. He just split for a gold max at some point. Was 1,000 boosters on him. Does the card's honor reveal happen before Gladiator destroys them? It does, yeah. Gladiator has a real risk reward. Real risk reward dichotomy. Oh, no, I snapped too late. That's fine. A funky squirrel, thanks for the prime. I didn't really look at the feature location before, or the location that we, oh my god. Dude, I do enjoy some Thors, chat. Oh my gosh, with the Nor dimension thing, I get to go Wolf into Jin into Thor on turn 4, right? Because I'll have 6. Holy. Oh, well, the fact that they've tried to populate Jins actually cut themselves off of some cards there, right? So that could have been, I don't know, like they drew a bunch of cards, but I actually kind of feel okay still, right? Because our hand's kind of silly. Who is Mjolnir going to? They finally fixed or got fast forwards to work appropriately with Mjolnir, so that's nice. Yeah, if we draw Jane Foster, are we just like actually supercharging can't lose? Can't lose if we draw Jane Foster has been declared. Okay, they're just like not drawing any more cards. They're just choosing to draw all Jins, so. God bless America, my country, 'tis of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of the I sing. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I don't think I need extra energy next turn, right? Or do I? Yeah, I guess I wouldn't mind playing 2/3s next turn, huh? Do I need to play 2/3s next turn? I might want to save this so I can sack it to Nico, actually, if we hit the card draw mode. Yeah, I need space for hammers as well.
Face the might of Asgard, Mjolnir! Face the might of Asgard, Mjolnir!
Look how fucking huge my brain is, chat. Do you appreciate how giant my brain is? Do they Alioth us this turn? They totally Alioth us next turn, right? I can't play around Alioth both turns. I can only play around it one turn or the other. I feel like they Alioth on the last turn, assuredly. are my hammers? Where are my hammers? To me! Mjolnir! To me! Alright, so I'm gonna go to 16. I'm gonna go to 22. I'm gonna go to 28. I lose to Orca. I lose to Orca. I beat Chavez. We beat Vision.
Mjolnir, to me! Victory!
We lose to Onslaught as well. We would have lost to Onslaught. I don't think I'm playing around Onslaught. The prison builds of this deck don't use... The prison builds of Miss Marvel don't usually have, room to play Onslaught.